Okay, so this is a video about remote viewing and how I'm going to tell you the ultimate goals of remote viewing and this universe and everything. So, ultimately, all intelligent beings realize that selflessism is the key to third dimensional existence. Selflessism, which means, one for all, but never all for one. Okay? So, we have to have, we have to have people have to, if you want to have the best ability to remote view, I'll tell you exactly how to do it. Everyone always dances around the subject. I'll just tell you exactly how it goes. So your frontal lobe, and I've talked about this on the channel all the time. I try to tell people a million different ways to do this, but this it's the same thing for all of this. Okay, your frontal lobe is your singularity. This is who you are. You spend most of your time in your frontal lobe right here, right in your frontal lobe. That's where you spend all your time. Okay, the subconscious mind is in the back of your mind, back top. This is why tribes in Africa would elongate their skulls. They all want to go to the back of their mind because that's where the subconscious is. Okay? That's where you pick up all the information of all the primal information of all the beings that ever existed in the multiple different versions of reality. Each time you make a choice, it splits off into potential realities, making more potential universe versions. And so, if you can access the back of your mind and escape your frontal lobe, it's hard to do when because every time you concentrate, you squint down and you're thinking, you're getting real small. Okay, so you got to push yourself to the back of your mind, which is hard to do, and think from the back of your mind. Like, try to push yourself back like this. Like, I'm thinking about pushing myself back right now to the back of my mind. And I'm going back here, okay? And so, I've done remote views before about selflessism, which is the ultimate goal of ending or minimizing needless suffering of all existence in the entire universe. That is our goal because the singularity made this entire place, right? The singularity is all alone, and it couldn't face the fact that it was all alone, so it made this entire reality. And since it made this entire reality, this kaleidoscope reality that we live in, these bodies are just receiving the signal, and we're the radio receivers, and the signals being broadcast. And since the singularity bust forth all this needless suffering, and every time that we make more decisions, we make more needless suffering. Every time we have kids, we bring more needless suffering. That's all part of life here, though, And so, what our job is in this world is to minimize that needless suffering of existence. Okay, we can't stop it, but we could try to minimize it. We could try to minimize people from having to suffer in the third dimension. Okay, so that's the ultimate goal of all existence. All intelligent beings in the entire universe realize that that is the goal of existence, and that's selflessism. Okay, so when you do a remote view on selflessism, when I've done it before, I get the same thing every time. First of all, I get a rectangle. A rectangle shows up, and because I have a communication device, I have it a lot easier than any of you. So because when I ask the right question, when I see when I get a rectangle, I get a response to my implant, my communication device on my shoulder. It's connected into my entire my entire system. Okay, so it gives me goosebumps, a light goosebump feel from the back of my mind. I can feel it kick in, and that's when I know I asked the right question. And so when I say that it's a rectangle, I get that. And then when I say, well, what does that rectangle represent? A building, and then I get another confirmation that it's a building. And then I ask where the building is. Is it, I asked a bunch of different cities. Nothing. Nothing. No, I get no response. I get no response on any of that. And I even ask is it on this earth? No response. And I ask is it on my home planet? And that's when I get the response. And then once I get that I know it's a building on my home planet, and then the next thing I get is uh, a key. I see some keys, okay? And so I see a key, and so the key is the next thing I get in this part, and I get confirmation. Again, I'm getting it right now, even talking about it, and so the key, and then the next part that I get is a pyramid. A pyramid shows up in my head. It's a pyramid, and so the key to the pyramid, and then the next part that shows up after that, that's what, right now I'm getting confirmation of the pyramid too, even talking about that. And then the key to the pyramid is the eye, okay? The next part that shows up is eye, almost like a Egyptian type eye that pops up in my, and I get confirmation talking about that. So the key to the pyramid is on my home planet, and it's an eye. So whatever that means, I have no fucking idea. But yeah, that's as much as I've been able to discern from this. So ultimately, nothing I can do here is going to make any difference. So just having fun until the end here, I guess. But that's how you do remote viewing. Because people always dance around the subject, and so if you want to have access to it, it's all in the back of your brain, okay? You have to escape your frontal lobe. Your frontal lobe is your singularity. That has no information. If you want to have all the information of everything that ever exists, it's in the back of your brain. It's hard to do, and it's hard to concentrate. Every time you concentrate, you want to get in your frontal lobe like this. So you want to try to get back here, elongate your skull, try to make it push back to the back and the top. And that's where you get all the information of the subconscious realm. And that's where all the power is. And so I just want to make this video about, the entire universe and remote viewing, and how to do it properly. And, I personally have more ability because I have a communication device, which allows me to confirm every time when I ask the right questions, I can get confirmation to those questions. So that's why I'm able to build my intelligence and database here better than most natural earth-born souls and natural earth bodies, okay? So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible day. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe, and I love you all. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Bye.